right, guys, moving into your third section, you won't be able to see my keyboard. I'm not in the Kids TV office with all of my setup. I'm in the house with an old laptop. So this is, you won't be able to see all the things I'm doing, but I'm gonna put, you should be able to see in this video a listing of the shortcut keys as I'm explaining them. So there's 12 keys that I'm gonna give you to help you in your editing. So you know how to obviously click on your edit and drag it down. You know, we know how to do that. Now let's go down here. So this play button up here, I could use that play button. Uh-oh, here's my cursor, I'm sorry. This line right here, guys, let's look at that first. This triangle and long line, that's your play head. So wherever that is, that's showing you where you are in your movie. So I'm at the end, so it's not playing anything because I'm at the end. So I can click on this and drag it all the way to the beginning, which that takes a lot of time if you have a lot of movie. And I can click this. Okay, so guys, you see, I don't like to waste time. And for me to drag it all the way to the beginning and hit here, imagine if I had a 5-minute movie that I had edited. So now I gotta click on this, drag it all the way to the beginning. Too much time. Part of editing is knowing how to do it, how to be artistic, but also how to be fast. So let's look at two first shortcuts. First, your space bar. The space bar on your keyboard is also play and stop. So I can literally hit my space bar. I'm not moving my cursor over here. I'm just hitting my space bar. And also I'm hitting my space bar to stop it. That's your first shortcut key. Your second, I don't have to drag this all the way back and forth all the time because I have a key for that. On your keyboard, you have a key called FN. It stands for function. It's generally on the lower left side of your keyboard. So if you hold down your FN key and go to your arrow keys, your little 4 arrows on the right side, your up, down, left, right. If you use your left arrow key and hold down FN, it goes to the beginning. You see that, guys? I stopped it. And if you hold down FN and hit right, it goes all the way to the end. That's where you are now. And I'm just scrolling. You have a bar that you can scroll, you know, and see all of the stuff on the timeline, the sequence. So those are your first two shortcut keys. Your play and stop, your space bar, and your FN and arrow, left or right, that goes to the beginning or goes to the end. So you don't have to drag stuff all over. All right, your next ones. So your, let's say I want to get to somewhere quickly. I want to go to a clip, but not necessarily the whole front of the clip. I can rewind by hitting my J button. It goes in backwards. Hit stop. And the more I hit my J button, the quicker the rewind is. So I've hit twice. Stop. Now, my L key is the opposite of J, so it's fast forward. So I can go forward. And the more I hit it, you see that? The more I hit my L button, it goes fast forward, faster. And right between your J and your L keys on your keyboard is K. And guess what? Your K, it will stop. It'll stop the rewind or the fast forward. Just hit K. It'll stop it. That is another stop button. So those are your next shortcut keys, guys. The next two shortcut keys, you know, is your in and your out point. So if I was up here and I hit I, oh, sorry. If I was up here and hit I, it starts an end point. You see how it highlights the whole yellow thing. And if I go over and hit O, it brings the out, which is the same as the yellow bars. As I said, they do the same thing. I just prefer in and out. Down here, you can hit endpoint 2, and it does create a section. Now, the reason I don't want you to do that down here is because this is now altering your movie. Unless you are doing that purposefully and you're trying to edit something out, it's altering your movie, and you start making all these in and out points. Now, You can undo this with Command Z. That is your next shortcut. There we go. Here we go. Command Z is your undo button. So let's say I delete something accidentally. I highlight that and I hit delete. Oh no, it's gone. Command Z and it brings it back. This is your undo button. All right. Other things. These next series of keys, I use these a lot. So now let's say I don't want, let's go here. You see how she's kind of just looking like she's waiting for a cue to give a silly face or a creepy face. She's just waiting. I don't want all that. It looks like she's waiting. So now I want the part where she gives a creepy face, the clown. It's right there. Now to get rid of this other stuff, which I don't want, I have a couple of options. The first shortcut is called trimming. Trimming is I'm trimming off part of a clip or I'm extending it. I actually can add more to it. So to trim, take your cursor. So use your sensor pad or your mouse, whatever you have on your laptop or tablet. Bring it to the beginning or end of the edit clip. And you see the cursor turns to these like sideways long arrows right here. Now you can trim down and it's getting rid of that other stuff. And that's exactly what I wanted. If I wanted to add more, I can extend it back. And now it's extended. But I don't want all that extension. I kind of wanted to start right there. All right, so that's your trimming function. And now, I also don't like she actually breaks character and starts goofing off at the end. I don't want all that. I just want this creepy smile, like maybe there. If I don't want to trim, I also can cut. The thing with cutting in the middle of your edit cut is called your blade tool. Sometimes you have a long clip and you can't trim. Trim is all the way over here. It's taking too much time. Go to the part of your clip that you kind of want to. It's called making a split clip in iMovie. I'm using different terms, guys, because I edit on different software. Sometimes I mix the terms. Sorry about that. iMovie, I think it's called making a split clip. Get it to your point where you want to make the split clip or the blade, and you're going to hit Command B. And you see that break, guys? It makes a separation where now I can delete this part. I just hit delete and I don't affect the part I want. So that is your tool for that. And that's that. A couple other things. So now, remember I lowered the sound on this one? If I want to unlink or detach my sound, that shortcut is Option Command B. This green bar, that is your sound bar or your sound waveform for your clip. Let's say I just don't even need it. I just delete it, so there's no sound. Now, it's no sound, so I probably have to add music, but I'm not going to do that right now. All right, there we go. And I could drag over this sound because sound covers up some of these movements when I'm editing. This one won't. This is going to be tacky. Okay, I can't. It's not. There we go. All right, so I could extend that sound bar. All right, do we see that? All right, one or two more shortcuts. So I think I got most of them. There's one I'm missing. Oh, I see it. So guys, you see I'm moving all around. When you're editing gets very precise. It gets down to not only the second, but what I would call the frame. A second of film is made up of camera frames, and those are moments, fragments of the second. To get to that level of editing detail, I can use my arrow keys, and I just move left to, I can move left or right, and it's going, you see how, look how the pie is? Let's say I want to go to that detail and cut right there. I could trim, or I can use that split clip blade tool. And voila, there you go. Okay. Okay, guys, so that is your third section. This video I know is long. I might be skipping around when I'm teaching, but you can always go back to the video, and that's why we make these videos, kids. In that, if you're alone and editing, go back to the video and you can play the section and see, oh, that's the key I needed. Oh, that's how I do this edit clip. It's for you guys to use. Just don't watch it one time and then get into trouble when you're editing.